Thank you, Penny, for talking to me today. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. And how are things in Sweden at the moment? Obviously, COVID-19 is still going on. What's the situation there in Sweden? Are things locked down or is it partly locked down?
Well, nothing is locked down, really.
Okay.
Sweden has like a different kind of approach that they recommend you to, take responsibility. Some people are following it, some people are not. Some people just like act like, nothing has happened. Some stores are closed. I know a couple of companies really went down. But or else everything is kind of like normal.
Okay. And what kind of things are you hearing in the media? Has it been successful for Sweden taking that approach?
Um, And I think it's going to take a bit more time. I mean, Sweden's approach is like they're aware that people are going to get infected and sick, that you can't stop people from getting infected, but they're focusing on the sick people that are infected. And then, the healthcare in Sweden, if you if you close that one down, like people that work in Sweden, a lot of them work in the health department. If you close that down, whole Sweden will fall down. I mean, I work part-time in the healthcare as well.
Oh, wow.
And I would say it's pretty much impossible to put down on a hold. Or else like everything will fall apart. I mean, the only thing that I know is closed is a lot of the MA gyms are closed. But I know that regular gyms are open. A lot of people are doing outside training. I think that I think we're gonna do pretty okay. I think they have an idea for this, and we will see if it works.
So how is it affecting your day to day, or is it affecting it at all?
Yeah, I mean, I can. Haven't been able to because I train in Denmark, and I have to cross a border. I've been a few times, maybe. Oh wait, sorry.
Okay.
I've been there a few times, maybe, but not really as much as I wanted because of the border. Because I'm kind of waiting for my permission
Right.
from the police to go over there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the situation like in Denmark at the moment? Do you know? Are you aware?
Um, Denmark is more of a lockdown.
Right.
They are sending a lot of people home from their works. I mean, my boyfriend is working from home too. Like in Sweden, they are sending people home that can work at home. But in Denmark is kind of empty when it comes to the town. Everything is like really dark and gray, and so they have a more strict approach.
Right. Okay. And I mean, you were supposed to be fighting at UFC 250, which was scheduled for May 9th. So,
Yeah.
when did you first find out that that fight wasn't going to be going ahead, and what was your initial reaction to that?
Well, we kind of knew it probably won't happen that date, but I'm guessing like the real answer came like just before Easter, I think, when they said that what, this won't happen, and well, yeah, and it's going to be postponed. But we don't know more than that. I mean, me and her, we are international fighters, and I'm still kind of confused if I can go to the States or not. I mean, I have a working visa. I'm not sure if I can go in there anyway, but I'm pretty positive that we're gonna fight anyway. As soon as all this comes to an end and everything starts opening up again, I'm not worried that we won't be able to fight. It's just one step at a time. I just don't think we need to like rush. If it needs that we need to wait another month, that's fine.
And talk a little bit about how that bout came about, because Bethe Correia wanted to fight in Europe, didn't she? And then you kind of reached out from that. How did
Yeah.
that fight initially get booked together?
Well, I basically looked at the ranking list. I basically looked at the ranking list, and I had everybody above me until Bethe was either booked or just fought or were injured. So I just thought it made sense. And then I would love to fight in Europe again, of course. But I don't mind going anywhere else. And then I got the opportunity when I called her out that we got to fight in Brazil. And I've never been to Brazil, so I was pretty stoked about that.
So you're disappointed that obviously you're not going to be,
Yeah.
going over to Brazil. When were you due to fly?
Well, this week on Tuesday, maybe, I think. Yeah, like a week before, maybe Monday even. Yeah.
And Bethe obviously fought for the title once before when she went up against Ronda Rousey. So in terms of the, how did you think of her as an opponent for you?
Good. I mean, I like her. I think she's entertaining. I think she brings some heat to the table. And I just think my style will match up good against her. And I would like to test myself. I mean, I've been sitting on the sideline for a couple of years too long. Well, where I thought I should be in the UFC and just waited. I'm like looking, and I've been keeping my eye on people anyway. And like I said, I've been sitting on the sideline waiting for the chance I thought would come earlier. And now I have no time to waste. I'm 29. I've been fighting for 15 years. So I'm kind of like, why should I just take baby steps? Now I know where I'm going. I've been waiting for this. So.
And I know you said you have a work visa for the US, but I don't think it's possible for international fighters to go to the US at the moment. But
that's what I thought.
Yeah, but there has been talk, obviously, of Dana White putting together a Fight Island. Have you thought much about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if somebody of us will be on the Fight Island, it will be the international fighters. Then I would assume that our fight will be there. It was a pretty big fight on a big card, so I'm hoping that we will be on that island as well.
Yeah, so if they reached out to you, you'd definitely be up for fighting on
Oh, yeah, definitely. It will be cool.
Yeah.
It will be nice.
Yeah. When do you think you might be able to fight then next?
I think everything depends on May. If all the events they're planning, May 9, I don't know exactly, 13, 16, 18, I think. If they go as planned, even if they follow through, I think we're good to go. And like they say in maybe June, something like that. From June, mid-June and forward. So, yeah, just a bit postponed, I think. But I think like the hardest thing is not to overtrain. Because I've been training like every day, like forever. I'm not really on a break and then I go on again. I just like put the pace down in my training, but I'm always training, so I just have to like pace myself a bit when it comes to like starting a camp too early.
So in terms of kind of staying fight ready, if you're not able to go to Denmark as much, what have you been able to do in this time?
Well, basically, I've been Skyping with my trainer, and I've been filming. I have a couple of people that are willing to work with me during this time as well, privately, for me to go through all my routines that I usually do. And I just basically film everything. I have a schedule that I get from my trainer, that everything I need to work on. And then when I get the possibility to go to Denmark, we just go through everything. And basically, I'm doing the same training and just like have to do a lot of it by myself. With other people, but I am getting everything I need, really. I have great people around me that have been here in Malmö that I've known for years, that have been like really supportive, coming in and giving me rounds that I need.
Okay, cool. So then if it does go down eventually with Bethe Correia, how do you think it unfolds?
Good. I've been ready in this quarantine thing. I've been actually training really good lately. Like the past 2 years, I've been having more of a. It's weird because I think when I pass a certain kind of age, I start to get more. You start to feel more like a full-time athlete. Before, you maybe were like messing around a bit, even if you went out drinking or something. But the past years, it's been like. I feel like an older fighter, but kind of a smarter one as well. So I'm basically putting a lot of time into my rehab, and I'm like that I don't get injured anymore. That's not even happening anymore because I think I'm much smarter with my training. And I've been working on a lot of stuff that I usually don't have time with in camp. Okay. So I'm really excited to showcase my skills. And, I think I showed last time that I needed, I just needed some training and some weeks to come into my flow, because I don't think that showed really in my debut. well, I had a week of training, but still I haven't, wasn't really training for actually a fight. But I was trained anyway. But I think I needed that time to show my skills, and this quarantine time is gonna actually, I think it's done me really good.
Yeah. What kind of things have you been working on then? What have you been improving on?
Improving all the stuff that I feel that I'm kind of maybe stuff that I'm uncomfortable doing in fights.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like I'm kind of scared to try new things that I usually don't do in fights because I'm scared of failure. But I've been working on a lot of the stuff that kind of like scares me a bit. And of course, always like I'm always improving the basic things anyway every day. Like I do like. I don't do a lot of flash training. I have a lot of old school training. So I'm putting it all together, and this like all this like lockdown thing has also made me like coming back to my running days. I used to, when I was a kid, I was boxing, I was running every day, more like because it's a thing boxers do, I think, for cardio. We just ran. But then when we came to MMA, all the injuries and stuff, my knees, I couldn't do it. So the past time now, I've been able to run again like every day. So I've been picking stuff up that I haven't been able to do before.
Cool. So what do you see in your future?
I do see myself winning of a bet, and I do see myself getting another top contender fight. But like there's so many good opponents before Nunes as well. Like a lot of cool opponents that you really want to fight. I mean, I'm not in a rush. I don't think even I stepped into my prime yet. I think I will give it another year before I do, and I'm not in a rush. I think it will. I'm trying to get those fights that I've always dreamed of when I was on the outside, and that's what I'm gonna get, hopefully.
What other dream fights can you think of that would be ideal for you?
Oh, I would love to fight. Like I'm a huge fan of Rocky Pennington and Holmes and everybody. Like those kind of girls, I would love to fight them. And there's the King Vieira. There's a lot of people that I would. Irene Aldana. Like all those girls in top 10, top 15 are my dream fights.
So Bethe Correia is definitely one that's going to get you.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I really hope this will happen.
Yeah. Well, we hope it happens too.
Oh,
Thank
cool.
you so much for talking to me and taking
No
time
problem.
out of your
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you so much.